Today, Saturday, May the 3rd, is the first day of Ratty's May Gala 2025, celebrating the sesquicentenary of the railway. The weather's glorious for once, so let's get stuck in. Number 24, a visitor from the Cleethorpes Coast Light Railway in Lincolnshire. Here in Eskdale, this American-starred local will genuinely be coming round the mountains when she comes. Number 24's train is followed out of the platform by the diesel-engined Perkins. Mostly used for permanent way trains, she will be hauling passengers this weekend. I settle at the Green, my favourite station, in time to catch Sinalda hauling a short train to Ravenglass. The 1912 built Sinalda is normally to be found in the Ravenglass Museum, but she has been specially prepared for a gala weekend of running. Green Goddess, a visitor from the Kent Coast's Romney Hythe and Dymchurch Railway, is due. The RHD is a longer line than ours, but flat, straight, and perhaps lacking the spectacular scenery which we can offer. The Eskdale line features steep gradients up to 1 in 40, tight curves, and more often than not wet weather producing slippery rail conditions, though obviously not this weekend. Looking up the valley towards the notorious Hard Knot Pass, a road for those with nerves of steel.
We're okay. Whatever comes on. Sounds like a comedy act.
Hello, you alright?
Yeah, very well, thank you, dear. You?
Good, yes, fine, thanks.
Going well,
Prepared to push us onto the train, are you? Squeeze us on.
Squeeze on if we can, yeah.
Immediately adjacent to the station is the minor, very minor, road from Urton Green Village. There's not a lot of through traffic, but it still poses a risk, and Ratty's trains are restricted to 5 miles per hour when approaching from the Ravenglass direction. Sinalda returns, travelling tender first. Clearly she didn't run to Ravenglass, but only to Urton Road, with no turning facility. The Green is a popular dropping-off spot for walkers, with many pleasant hikes available. Not to mention an excellent pub just 5 minutes walk away. The station master displays the red flag. You have passengers to pick up. Bonnie Dundee, although displaying a Cleethorpes head plate, is actually a Ratty locomotive on long-term loan to the Lincolnshire Railway. Behind her, providing superpower, is the 1976-built 262 Northern Rock. Another double header. River Mite of 1966, leading River Ert, originally built as a tank engine in 1894 and based at Ravenglass since 1917.
It's going faster than normal, isn't it?
See?
I know it's not too, it just seems to be going fast.
Although we should be having a train here every 10 minutes, there's been a long gap, a very long gap, with no trains at all. Something has obviously happened. Eventually we hear that one of the trains has caused a line-side fire, and services have been stopped while the blaze was fought and extinguished. Sadly, there was to be another fire later in the day. The weather may be glorious, but the long dry spell, so untypical of the Lake District, has left the tracksides tinder dry. Some trains inevitably have to be cancelled, but we do eventually get back to a regular service, and it's good to see the trains so well supported. That sounds like the diesel loco Sheila of Eskdale. At this time of year, the green timetable normally in use could, if necessary, be entirely diesel operated. But we don't have sufficient diesel resources to operate the Gala weekend's intense programme without steam. And it's steam that most of the visitors have come for.
Well, he's got a very light load on behind him. Could you, Katie's not able to do her job today, but... That's fine. Katie is on the little green open platform, Katie.
Yeah, it's an older, 32, is it? No, oh, crossing,
Yeah. The only one I've actually driven, Katie.
Really? Oh, yeah.
They're still good.
And my own
She's done for the weekend, so
I noticed I saw last night. Which is not so much. A regular driver is running. It's kind of a more function.
Who needs Carlisle Citadel when you can have a station like this? Now it's my time to take a train. Past the steep path to Blee Tarn, and the climb alongside the original 3-foot gauge track bed.
That's the number 24.
To arrive at journey's end, Dalegarth.
That was the train that
Where during the course of the afternoon we can watch Will and Beck, and Northern Rock,
Happens all the time. It's just
as they couple up
on the last video I had on YouTube, one of the comments.
for a return journey to Ravenglass. Whilst I retreat to the Fellbites Cafe for a coffee and a bite to eat. Green Goddess has gone through the lengthy business of separating engine and tender. Combined, they're too long to fit onto Ratty's turntables. Turning each and recoupling them, watering the loco and coupling it back onto the other end of its train.
Now there's obviously some sort of a problem because that train should have gone ages ago.
Should have done, shouldn't it?
It now sits simmering gently in platform 1, waiting for an inbound service to clear the line to Fisher Ground Loop. But there is a lengthy delay. Something's not right. Another line-side fire, perhaps? There was a second fire, but I don't know just when or where. The hamlet of Boot, with its watermill and excellent Boot Inn, and the lovely little church of St. Catherine beside the River Esk.
That's what they say as a castle. It's either going to rain or it is raining. Or it's just rained.
And they're just warmer spot for them to sit.
Yep, in a dry spot, yeah.
Before then.
Yep.
Here at last, the train we're waiting for. Only 2 coaches. It must be Sinaldo.
Here it comes.
Yes, I've got it.
It's a short one. It's only 2 coaches. Well, no, because the other one will come out now. And then when we know,
Yes.
that's the whistle, maybe the other one's going to come out, and we know we can walk into the station, because the other one's got to turn, take the engine off and turn around.
Yeah.
But there's only 2 coaches. It's whether we can get on or not, isn't it? There's only 2 coaches, so whether we can get on that one or not, I don't know.
Walk down if you want. Or we can stop here.
Let's walk down. Do you want to walk down? It's up to you, Dorothy, huh?
And we're on the move.
Goddess is going to be the last one.
Back in the station,
Yeah, Brent, you can find out what's going on. So, because you sort of access to the... We can all do with one, yeah. And obviously, what does it make it?
another arrival, a new one for me, Greenbat, a battery-powered former mine local.
Are you around all weekend or?
No, not after the day.
Okay, no worries.
See you now.
Lovely to meet you. Thanks for saying hi.
The walking lovely.
I think Christmas, Christmas well, yeah, see, there's a line. You're okay. Good day. That's enough. Stop. You're gone, eh?
The quietest departure of the day. And now I must take my leave. Back to Ravenglass and the Ratty Arms for a couple of pints with an old friend who's been on the railway for over half a century. Then a northern train back to St. Bees and a mile walk to the hotel where I'm staying. One long day down, 2 more to go, and excellent weather forecast. Thanks for watching. Here's to tomorrow's episode.